MagFest, so I'll let him
Alright, so I want to just take a second to talk about the visual theme for the event this year. Apparently it's a lot of you guys' first time here, so you probably weren't here in the past when we very blatantly ripped off the graphic design of unnamed series like Mega Man and Final Fantasy. So this year we're going with the general post-apocalyptic theme. So we're kind of seeing that in your badges with your little post-apocalyptic computers. Supporters and staff, please raise your badges in the air. Notice the text at the bottom indicating that this is a MagTech water purification module. This is the water chip for your vault so that you don't have to go out in the wasteland to find replacement water. And these were completely made and designed by Charles Lord. You can talk about this. Okay.
So I got this call from Nick saying like, hey, I have this idea for the circuit board thing, all this, that. I'm like, okay, you know what, I'm an electrical engineer, I can do this kind of stuff. It's gonna take like 6 months and we're gonna have this big budget and all this other stuff. It's like, no, we got like, what was it, a month? It was just, it was 3 weeks, and somehow he found a place that could print them and everything else in budget. And so in a matter of, I guess, a couple hours, I had to lay out this board and make it all work. And the funny thing was, even though I didn't test any of it, this is actually a programmer here for AVRs. It's a type of chip, and it also has a little extra AVR right there that you can program with 2 touch-sensitive things. So I have a video, if anybody's really technically inclined to do some surface mount. If you want to see it, see what it does, or anything else, just search for MagFest badge, supporter badge. Yeah, if you just YouTube MagFest supporter badge, you can see some of the interesting stuff. So this is not just for looks. This actually works. That's pretty sweet.
With the visual post-apocalyptic theme this year is
well, back up a little and explain what they are.
well, so we have endpoints. Endpoints are space butts at MagFest. You get these for big tournaments, raffles, or just being.
All right, going out. Heads up. These will poke your eyes.
Widespread panic because people are getting punched in their heads.
We didn't test them for aerodynamic ability.
Can't nobody ever say MagFest never made it rain. It's always
fitting with the theme this year, these are bottle caps, and these bottle caps are worth the money at MagFest. You can spend these at any dealer table in the marketplace or in the merchandise booth at MagFest, and it's worth the amount on the floor. $1, $5, and then you can get 24 M4 that's worth $20 at any dealer table or marketplace table.
So you have to spend it here, this year.
If you do not spend it this year, you can bring it back next year and trade in for M11 points.
This is MagFest 11.
He's had a long year.
But they're good for one additional year.
Yo, what's up, MagFest? I gotta remember we like run an event and it's not just a bunch of spreadsheets. Like I'm up here just working on tasks and crap. Like I didn't even get a chance to say hi and stuff. So, what's up? I gotta do real quick shout outs. First off, Hachi is taking off like tons of work off of me this year, so I got some new stuff. So, everyone in this channel is ridiculous. And I have to have a shout out to my girlfriend Erica over there because she puts up with all of my bullshit all year. She's our staff medic, and if it wasn't for her, I would probably be like dead in a bed right now because I was sick like 3 days ago, and it was rough. So I have to run because our garage warehouse door is stuck halfway open for us today. So I'll be back, and I'll see you guys later.
Speaking about volunteering in garage doors that almost crush people, If you want to volunteer for MagFest, you can do such exciting things as come to your first MagFest, volunteer, and care so much to actually leave opening ceremonies. Right now, Mike Peliquin is sitting at the warehouse to make sure we don't have our rare arcade machines stolen. So if you see a skinny guy with his hair in a braid, curly, with crazy toe shoes, you need to thank this guy. And then, if that's not enough, if we don't have, hold on 1 second, if we don't have people that care that much, another guy left right now because we have to get money to Sam's Club to get food to feed all the other people that love MagFest.
Yeah.
So if you want to be a part of that, come by Ops. Jack Boyd will look you up. You know, we really need people. We really need people to come help us out. So thank you, everybody.
All right, so who here has been to the MagFest charity auction before? This year, we are going to blow your taints off. We have some of the coolest stuff ever. First off, stand up on the stage, because he's the littlest little guy. Everybody give it up for little Steve. He puts together the auction.
Okay, we have a scale reference now. Stand up.
Oh, right, he's little Steve, and I'm big Adam. He's my little buddy. So this year, what do we got? We've got, I'm going to, that's next. This is the auction portion. We'll get to the fun stuff later. We've got stuff from Blizzard signed by the development team. We've got Vista Pandaria Collector's Edition signed by the dev team. A couple of posters as well. We have...
It's signed.
Okay, so this one, are you guys ready for this? From Valve. A portal gun signed by the dev team. Oh, and a big shout out to Mad Gear downstairs, Carlson. Go buy all of his Newport games. He's awesome. He donated a Famicom Disk System copy of Castlevania 1 that we're going to get signed. Yeah, ridiculous. Yeah. Go ahead. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so did you say it was printer proofs of the booklet for the CD? Just fucking okay. We've got more Uematsu stuff, including my personal favorite item this year, which is a legitimate copy on vinyl of the Beverly Hills Cop 2 soundtrack. That is in fact signed by Underground Powers. That makes way more sense to me than it should. We've got a whole ton of items this year. Steve has kicked ass. Media Molecule sent us today, what was it? Original artwork from Little Big Planet, which is pretty awesome. All the Tomb Raider. Okay, so we have a skateboard coming out. That's a Tomb Raider skateboard that was donated to us that they had to make for their dev team. The other thing that we're doing this year that I think a couple of you might know about is table flipping for charity. So this is essentially the dumbest idea we've ever had.
Wait, you just said we.
No, it wasn't my idea. I'm the one that pimped it the hardest. It was Ryan Meyer and Rugel. So these guys were like, we should do this thing where we raise money for charity by flipping tables. And I was like, you're a fucking genius. Yes. We need to flip tables in Rage and raise money for sick kids. So that's what we're gonna do. We're going to be doing this from 4 to 6 today, tomorrow, and Saturday. Down in Expo Hall E. So tell all your friends, and we're going to have a whiteboard. We haven't quite worked out all the prices yet, but we've got stuff like streamers, confetti, multiple sizes of tables, cornflakes, bowls, plates, silverware, cups.
And a big guy with a beard.
Yeah. So I have already decided that for $1,000 donation, I will voluntarily lay on the table and you can flip me the hell off.